Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Randall Tiongson, and as you see in the video, I'm with my very good-looking friend. Okay, inaanak ko to and partner in crime. We used to be travel buddies before this COVID, and sisingit ko lang to. Let's get it out of the way. This is the second time we talk about this because I forgot to record the first conversation about NFT. So sorry, Marvin. Again, buti na lang ikaw ang kausap ko. Otherwise, nagalit na sa akin yung wife ko. Okay, so Marvin, welcome to my channel. I know this is deja vu because we're going to talk about the same stuff again. So I just wasted 1 hour of really, really good content. We hope to replicate it also. And kabisado kasi Marvin and I, very casual kami mag-usap. So sana ma-capture natin ulit. So Marvin, welcome to the channel. Again, my apologies for not recording the first conversation. And you're a big shot now when it comes to NFT. Okay? So a little bit of that. So ito yung topic natin. So Marvs, can you tell our viewers in simple terms, like you're talking to me, like I'm 5 years old, what is NFT or non-fungible tokens?
Okay, katulad ng first recording, hindi ako big shot sa NFT. Ang daming sobrang galing doon, tsaka sobrang nakaya sa
katulad. Well, ikaw yung pinakakilala kong into NFT na pinakasikat. So, well, ikaw kasi pinakilala kong pinakasikat to begin with. So, what is NFT?
Nakakaya. But anyways, NFT, non-fungible token. It's basically assigning digital ownership to a digital asset, whether it's cards, collectibles, gaming items, music, video, anything that's digitized, you can put ownership to it. Yun okay. Basically it. Na number one, meron value. Na because it's non-fungible, it's unique in a way that hindi siya interchangeable. Fungible kasi means that one Bitcoin is no different from another one Bitcoin. Pero since it's fungible, no two NFTs are the same.
All right. So kaya pwedeng let's say one digital product, let's say a basketball card, it can have multiple ownership pero hindi equal yung ownership nila or something like that.
Not just that, parang ganito. Magre-release ako ng Marvin Germo basketball card, parang ganon. So may 5 mints yun, may limang mints. Then 5 people bought it. The first person sells it for $100. The second person sells it for $10,000. So since it's unique in that way, you can price it at a different price point na hindi siya parang, for example, one person has 1 Bitcoin, another person has 1 Bitcoin. Everyone knows that 1 Bitcoin is $31,000 US. So hindi mo siya mabebenta ng 300,000 because everyone knows that may standard price for it or at least merong market price for it. Ito, you treat it like art, you treat it like a Rolex. Parang ganoon. Why are some Rolexes na parehong-pareho 3 million, then the next one, same one, 3.5 million pesos? Primarily because yun yung gustong price ng kung sino may-ari to actually sell it. Especially kung limited edition yung
or sikat ka, syempre yung relo mo mas mahal, di ba? Parang gano'n. Uy, kasi dating relo ni Marvin Germo to or something. All right. Okay. So NFTs, can you give a little bit of I know we're repeating this, no? Little bit of short history. Bakit ba nagkaroon ng NFT and all these things?
Actually, di ko rin alam talaga yung pinaka history ng NFTs at saan siya galing. Pero what I do know is it's riding a smart contract. That's why. So for those na hindi alam ko what a smart contract is, it's basically something that you can place a program around it. So yung NFT nakasakay doon, which katulad ng pinag-usapan natin, gives you ownership, and you can track the ownership, you can track the transactions, you can track kanino siya nanggaling because it's riding on the blockchain, it becomes immutable. So you know sinong bumili nito, kanino siya galing, kanino siya binenta. And you mentioned yung in terms of history, I think since everything in history also is going digital, nung panahon nila Randall Tiongson, music was via disc yata sa inyo, no? Yung umiikot
na vinyl.
Vinyl, then it became cassette tapes. They were physical representations. Then video was via Betamax, VHS, Laserdisc, VCD, DVD. Then ngayon, everything is literal digital that you can stream via Netflix. So everything is moving digital. eto lang, it just created a way where you get to own that digital copy of it, or that digital representation. And it can be so many things. It can be video, it can be audio, it can be art, it can be an artifact, it can be an in-game item, etc. Basta anything na digital na pwede mo lagyan ng ownership, you can sell it. So pwede rin, like we mentioned earlier do sa first recording, pwedeng PDF file also. You can make that an NFT as well.
Okay. I know you're into NFT particularly because you're such a big basketball fan. What got you into buying NFTs? And what do you I know you started with Top Shot and everything, but and you're going into many kinds. What got you into it?
Yung I don't know, everyone who, first things first, you get to, you do the things based on people you're exposed to. So when I saw a lot of people that I knew that were also getting into it, I also studied it. And you mentioned about NBA Top Shot. Yung una kong na-check na version pa, yun yung una kong pang na-search. Yun yung sa wax yung tawag nila eh. But they were listing sila William Shatner, Street Fighter. And sabi ko, baka ito yung gusto ko, kasi Street Fighter may magko-collect nito. Then I stumbled on NBA Top Shot because it was growing. I think around January, kakatapos lang nung NBA Finals, around October, November, pa-start ng bagong season. And then there was such a big buzz. And then sobrang cool nung NBA Top Shot kasi you buy a pack. Parang
physical pack, no? Na you open, tapos ma-jackpot ka sa loob.
Hindi lang yun. Parang sinimulate talaga nila yung, I think maka-understand nito yung mga nagko-collect ng rubber shoes, na pag may drop ng rubber shoes, may pila para makakuha ka ng allocation for you to be able to buy it. Ganun yung nangyayari dati. As in, pumipila kami ng 2 a.m., 5 a.m., lockdown naman, di ka naman alis ng bahay, nasa computer, binabantayan mo lang computer mo. You would line up for it para you get an allocation. So minsan 40,000 packs lang yung nakalabas, 200,000 kayo nakapila. So pag ikaw na yung pang 48,000, sure ka na wala ka nang makukuha, sayang na yung paggising mo ng maaga. So that's how big it is. So yung excitement also to line up, to get an allocation, to see kung sino yung makukuha mo, then to see if it's actually valuable, and lalo na kung paborito mong player, that's what made it more exciting. But I just want to note this also. That's one variation of an NFT. Pero sobrang different niya because that's why I think kaya siya sumikat kagad, because you can buy Top Shot kahit credit card. So madaming tao na hindi nagki-crypto readily were able to enter it very easily compared to the other marketplaces where you can buy NFTs also.
Kanina we talked about parang comparing with crypto and everything, and you're saying it's not really an offshoot though, but they are in the crypto environment. Can you talk a little bit about that?
What specifically there? Okay. Parang naalala ko yun. People confuse it that people who are into NFTs are also into crypto. Madam, I've experienced a lot of people that are into NFTs but really don't know a lot about cryptos, but they just like to follow that particular person na gusto nila bilhin yung NFT niya. And because wala silang choice that they have to buy cryptos in order for them to be able to do that, na napipilitan sila ma-expose sa crypto industry. Siguro the biggest correlation with it is that NFTs ride a smart contract, and a smart contract is Ethereum. Ginagamit nila Ethereum, yung blockchain ng Ethereum. So yun. I guess it gets related in that way, that majority of the NFTs that are out there are riding the Ethereum blockchain. So I think yon. And then, but I think also over the next few years, it's not just gonna be Ethereum. Binance has their own also, riding the Binance Smart Chain. Cardano is making their own, but the largest right now is Ethereum. And I guess the correlation for cryptocurrencies is because it has to ride the blockchain. That's what makes it immutable. Every time na may NFT transaction, di mo siya pwedeng patungan, you cannot erase it, you cannot tamper with it anymore. And that's what makes it, I think, interesting, because we were talking about this in the first interview sa art. You know kung saan nanggaling yung ownership, you know if it's original talaga. So madaming painting ngayon na hindi mo talaga alam kung saan talaga siya nanggaling, hindi mo talaga alam yung history niya, kung magkano talaga siya nabili. There are some sites talaga, all of the transactions doon, pati price of what was what price it was bought initially, sinong bumili nito, sino yung previous owner, it's written. And all of that is riding Ethereum.
Okay. So the more people use NFT, the more there's going to be demand for Ethereum. Parang ganyan din, di ba? You know,
that's why I like it. That's why I like Ethereum.
Yeah.
That's why I like Ethereum.
Okay. All right. Okay. So there are many kinds of NFTs. We talked about basketball, your favorite, but there's music, there's art. Can you talk a little bit about the other forms or other types of NFTs?
Okay. People just need to realize this, that NFT is anything digital that you allow people to own it. So, new artist ka, gusto mo ibenta yung music mo, you can make an NFT of that song, of that clip, of that MTV, and then release it as an NFT. Ganun din. Gumagawa ka ng mga 3D graphics, gumagawa ka ng art pieces, gumagawa ka ng videos, gumagawa ka ng player ka ng games also that you like to purchase items for that particular game, or isa kang influencer that you want to sell bits and pieces na may experience for you. Kasi meron ganito, meron, I bought this is not Top Shot anymore, but this is LaMelo Ball. He released his own NFT na siya mismo, and then you have habang sinusundan mo yung career niya, you get something attached to it. So money based on the endorsements that he gets, pwede ka manalo ng ticket to watch his own NBA basketball game also. So may mga ganun. Pero meron din literal that it's just purely, if it's a painting, it's a painting. I have a friend, bought an NFT na helmet ng motorsiklo, tapos pinadala sa kanya yung totoong helmet din talaga. So some have physical representations of it as well.
All right. And speaking of which, no, you are one of the Philippines' four most popular icons in NFT. You're part of that NFT launch. Can you talk a little bit about that? I know it's the second time we're talking about it, but
hindi ako, siguro wala lang I don't know. But so
first they did their research, that's why they went to you.
We were talking about marketplaces where NFTs get released. Majority of what I mentioned in the first interview, OpenSea, Rarible, Nifty Gateway, and then so much more, a lot of them they use Ethereum. So Binance released their own also, one centralized, which is Binance NFT. Excuse me. Then another one is featured by Binance, which is a decentralized exchange. So they launched everything last June, and then they got for lack of a better term, influencers from around the world, 100, and then they got 4 Filipinos from with different toka, kumbaga, that they would release. So I was part of the 100 people that got included in that launch.
Okay, so there is a Marvin Germo NFT, right? So they can buy and eventually they can make money out of it, no? So they can now have a piece of Marvin Germo. And yung yung toka mo or yung industry mo is all about crypto, correct?
Yes. Yung sa akin, most of the things that are there are highly connected to my YouTube videos. So meron doon audio clips from my YouTube videos, and then meron din doon from part of my sales placed as graphics as well. So yun. So it's mostly crypto related for me. So
bakit
yun.
crypto? Bakit di mo sinama yung stocks? I mean, you're Mr. Stock Smarts.
I think majority niyang nasa crypto world, iba pananaw sa stocks eh. So iba pananaw eh. Parang they still see it as something that's centralized eh. So majority of people in the crypto world like to be in the crypto world because it's decentralized.
All right.
So yun. But that's a different topic altogether.
Right. Good. So Marvin, on a personal note, what have you got into already? I mean, if you want to share. I know you're big in the Top Shot. What else have you tried to start putting in? And maybe the reason why you started to acquire those NFTs.
So siguro broad categories: art, collectibles. I'm not into yung gaming part na yun. Kasi
StarCraft na NFT na.
Wala nga. Kung magkaroon ng StarCraft na NFT, I would be one of the first people to play
Bakit?
it.
Art, how do you determine? I mean, okay, so you have some art, you have, of course, I know you have a lot of basketball. What is your criteria into buying? Let's say art. Are you into art to begin with?
Iba yung ano iba yung art per se also sa NFTs eh. Meron parang 3D na graphics, meron talagang mukhang painting talaga, meron pastel lang, meron literal jersey lang ng isang tao, meron picture lang niya tapos inedit niya ng konti. So it's very subjective. There are some art pieces that sinong bibili nito? 10 Ethereum to, parang wala
Wow.
naman. Pero nabibili siya eh. So I think it's you would literally see it that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sa akin, I normally buy the ones that I like, na parang number one, I follow. So more of either yung artist or yung group or yung community na nandun, or something that tingin ko also will be valuable in the future. So mainly that. Hindi ako yung
Yeah,
hindi ako highly technical to
yeah.
na ito mahirap to ginawa, I'll buy this because this is highly technical on how they made this. Hindi ako ganun.
I must admit, I'm a little bit surprised because I've never seen you as an art person. And I know you're a coffee person, you're a basketball person, a StarCraft person, but never as an art person.
Hindi kasi siya parang painting eh. It's like graphics.
Mhm.
I think it's more of that na I don't know. And siguro one of the things that kaya hindi ako naging masyadong art person is parang ano to, hahang ko to sa bahay ko, paano kung manakaw, masunog, paano kung masira ko, what will happen to its value. So parang kaya siguro it did not appeal to me. Parang I felt it was so impractical. Paano kung gusto ko to ibenta later on? It will be harder for me to be able to move it. And that's not just for art, even for basketball cards right now. Sobrang sikat ng basketball cards, but hindi ako bumibili kasi I find it hard for me that I will have to store all of this. I have to keep it. What if mawala ko siya or manakaw siya? Sayang naman. And it became interesting for me because nasa phone mo lang lahat eh. So if I keep certain things na nasa phone ko na tingin ko okay na itago, might as well also own NFTs as well.
All right.
Tapos ito pa, may value pa siya.
Okay. How do you make money out of NFTs? I mean, we talked about it, but maybe you can.
Ganun lang. Same way as you make money from painting, same way as you make money from Rolexes, or so ganito. People even collect whiskey, di ba? People even collect things that are valuable to them. So when you buy something that's valuable to you, there will be also a group of people that will find that item also valuable. So how do you make money off of it? Someone that sees it as something that's more valuable than the price that you are selling it with will buy it from you. So it's a pure capital appreciation play. In the same way sa painting, how it happens that people buy that piece of art for a higher price. And ang daming variations eh. Bumili ka ng graphic artist na hindi pa siya sikat ngayon, tapos 20 years from now or 10 years from now, 5 years from now, sobrang sikat siya. Ganun. Or I'll give you an example. What if meron video clip ni Elon Musk na this is my first video ever when I started Tesla, something like that. So that will be something that will be valuable to an Elon Musk fan. Something like that.
Yeah. Galing, no? So you can buy, like, parang, let's say I bought a basketball rookie, unknown rookie, then 3 years after became MVP, became the next LeBron or next Kobe. Then you see the value will really go crazy, correct? Something like that.
That's one facet of it, pero people need to realize also, since medyo tumatawid-tawid tayo, since tumatawid tayo sa basketball cards, yung difference ng basketball cards sometimes sa painting is, sa basketball cards, meron mga rare na basketball cards, meron mga cards na sobrang daming mint tawag sa NFT world. So kung sikat na player yon, pero you got something that's common versus someone na hindi masyado sikat pero yung NFT niya is something that's rare, may chance din na mas mahal pa rin yung NFT rare. So
it's like, unless you get the combination na you bought something na rare and then naging super sikat, then that's gonna go crazy the prices.
So para sa akin, scarcity, in my opinion, is what
It's more
will
important.
drive everything also. Ganun din. So to people watching this na mahilig sa Rolexes, di ba, yung scarcity ng Rolexes is what makes it expensive, and the complexity of how it's done. Same thing for NFTs also.
At saka may factor, let's say if I'm gonna buy a Rolex that was worn by Marvin Germo, then eventually, di ba, iba yung price nun. Now, and like guitars, like, you know, if you were a guitar, you own a guitar that was used by some rock legend like Paul McCartney, you know, then that's gonna have a tremendous value. But this time, you're just putting it in the digital environment. Okay?
Yun yung lamang nun. How will you know, how will you authenticate that guitar was something that was really used by Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
Ngayon, the NFT solves that problem, that anything that's digital.
Yeah. And authentication is expensive. You know, it's difficult, it's expensive, it's impractical. But this one, it's all imputed already, di ba? Okay, good. Galing. So, who should be buying, investing into an NFT? That's a good question.
To make it,
again, I understand it's not for everybody.
To make it super simple, RFP answer is para sa mga taong naintindihan siya, because if you don't understand it and uso lang siya, nakikisabay ka, then it's not worth getting into. You treat it the same way as painting. Sino dapat papasok ng painting? Yung mga taong nakaka-appreciate nung artist na yun, or nung painting na yun, or nung space na yun, or kahit hindi sila kumita, they really like to, that piece of art spoke to them, or they really want to hang that in their house. So that's one thing. You enter it because you understand it. You enter it because you know it. You enter it because you want to collect it, or you are a follower of that person that is releasing that NFT, or you want a piece of that particular NFT and you also want to be part of it. That's one. And number two, you ask para kanino to, pero para sa akin, majority of the people who have been in the crypto space that really want to be just in the crypto space and not take it back to fiat, sila na yung people who are getting into it. Kasi we're talking a lot about NFTs pa lang, but people are buying land na digital People are buying land na digital already, and that's where they're putting their Ethereum, that's where they're putting their cryptos already, na instead na ibalik nila into fiat, they just leave it in the metaverse already. Right. So yun, I think yun yung two splits. One, people who are not really into cryptos yet, then those who are deep into cryptos. I think easy target market already for those that are who want to enter NFTs.
You mentioned digital land. That's very it's very hard to grasp. What is a digital land? It is such a thing.
How do I explain this? Siguro ito na lang, super simple. Real Player One, familiar?
A movie, yeah.
Oh, yun. So parang
di ba flop yun joke.
Maganda siya. I actually liked it. So parang ganito. You play Pokemon Go or you play whatever game.
Or say Minecraft or something.
Oh, yun. Pero yung pinaglalaruan mo, meron taong may-ari nun. So, pwede kung maglalagay ka ng whatever, I don't know the exact dynamics yet, no? Kasi alam ko pwede mo pa-rent yung land And then you can get totoo, literal na land talaga siya. Pwede mo siya pa-rent and you can get revenues from it as well. So ganun. So, I think there's land sold talaga na digital na, I'll give you an example. Sobrang na to you have to be deep into this space to really appreciate it. For example, meron ako NFTs. Pwede ako magpatayo ng digital na art gallery inside my land so that people will use virtual goggles and to see all of my art that's there. Pwedeng ganon. Tapos, yun din, yung gaming applications, I think, for example, Axie Infinity right now, they're selling also land. As far as I know, I don't play Axie. I don't know a lot about it, but I know people are getting into it. Sandbox, which is like Minecraft na NFT related, they're also selling land, and madami pa. So I think madami dyan, mas maintindihan ng tao kagad sa games kasi gamers are really buying in-game items. So ngayon hindi lang yung barrel, hindi lang yung costume yung mabibili mo or yung character, since pwede mo na bilhin lahat, pati yung lupa kung saan kayo naglalaro, you can buy it also.
Wow. So I asked you this kanina, and I'm gonna ask you again. So moving forward, where do you think we can make more money? Buying NFTs or buying crypto? Say 10 years from now.
May, yun din sagot ko. Pero mahirap eh. Depende. Are you buying crypto today or are you buying
Today.
Okay. So, madaming variables kasi we don't know what crypto are you buying. Are you buying Doge? Just biglang yung Doge mag-10 or are you
assuming you're buying the big ones, BTC, Ethereum.
Okay. So assuming Bitcoin, a lot of people are pegging Bitcoin to hit 500,000 US dollars. So from 30 right now, so probably it could 20x kung mag 500,000 US dollars siya. Yung sa NFTs kasi may variability of it. If you're asking in terms of yung growth niya, I've seen NFTs right now while the crypto market isn't going up. Yung iba nagte-10x sila ngayon while the crypto market isn't moving anywhere. So yung variable doon is gaano kalaki yung adoption nung particular collectible na yon, or sino ba yung artist, gaano kasikat yung artist na nagbebenta, or gaano kalaki yung sisikat niya later, or kung hindi siya sumikat pero very rare yon. Ako, for example, ay nabili ko siya ng 1 Ethereum tapos isa lang talaga siya. Sabihin natin Michael Jackson yung meron ako, tapos it's one of one na Michael Jackson. I sell it for 10,000 Ethereum tapos meron talaga diehard fan ni Michael Jackson. Feeling ko they'll buy it. I think yung difference kasi ngayon is that it's attached to something that people would like to collect, that may emotional attachment that you're willing to spend it. Hindi ganun sa Bitcoin. Wala ka naman emotional attachment sa Bitcoin. Yeah. One Bitcoin is always the same for everything. So I think it's variable depending on what piece you bought and then saan siya pupunta. But from a macro perspective, I think sobrang laki ng pwedeng upside nito eh. Lalo na, for example, you're playing a video game, nakabili ka ng land dun sa video game na yun, unless magdagdag sila ng land dun, so parang real estate na rin siya sa totoong buhay na very scarce inside that game. So I don't know what price will that be later on in the future, but I don't know. I actually don't know the answer, but both have very good upsides.
Yeah. Okay. It's good. So, and just like anything, you need to diversify. If you're into it to make money, you need to diversify. Yeah. Again, sabi nga ni Marvin, sabi mo kanina, do not go into something. Aralin mo muna at understand. Yeah.
I want to say this also that baka may bibili ng maganda future. So you treat it like art also. May mga paintings na 2,000 pesos. 10 years from now, baka 2,000 pesos pa rin siya kasi hindi naman sikat yung artist. So, don't just look at something, ito mura to na graphic, bilhin ko na lang to ngayon kasi baka magkakaroon to ng value later on in the future. Kung hindi rin naman sumikat yung artist na yun, it may not be worth a lot also in the future as well. Yeah. So variable siya. I think it's very, very variable.
Suggestion is you buy the Marvin Germo NFTs. Kasi sigurado to, you can be so sure kasi yung popularity is like off the roof, no? To the moon nga, sabi nila, no? You have like what, 200,000-300,000 followers in your YouTube, no? Subscribe. So it's gonna be as Marvin becomes even more popular, that signature smile that he has, it's really gonna I should put my children's future. The money that I'm gonna give to my children, I should buy Marvin Germo NFTs. So if it doesn't make money, they can always blame their Tito Marvin. Anyway, so Marvin, last, this is a wonderful discussion, and really, who should be investing in an NFT? Who should be considering what an NFT? At least buying an NFT.
That's a good question. I think kasi it's the future eh. I think we are not going back na sige, lagay na natin sa hard copy na lang natin lagay lahat. I also do think though that physical paintings will still exist. Basketball cards will still exist also. Pero as time goes by, you will have a lot of people who are younger right now na, for example, palit ng palit yung mga condo. Not everyone will be able to store value by buying paintings. Not everyone will collect watches kasi kailangan mo yung, especially yung mga what do you call that, yung hindi siya quartz, di ba, na it has to move, so you have to have your own storage para gumalaw siya. That won't be practical for for a lot of people, tas kailangan mo pa baka ng safe doon. Not a lot of young people will do that, but they can store value inside the phone. They can store something that they want to collect inside their phone. So if you think that's the future and you want to dabble into it, try to start learning now. If you have cryptocurrencies and then you're doing well already, and then some people kasi sa crypto space, when they own cryptos, iniiwan na lang nila sa cold storage. So pwedeng ganun. So nakalock na siya doon. Pero if you want to also diversify that, another offshoot will be buying NFTs. So
right.
You want to learn more about it, try it, or buy something that you appreciate, buy something that you like, buy a collector, buy something from someone that inspires you, or an object that you really, really like. One aspect as a collectible. Second, as an investment, it's you banking on the future. I just want to also balance this out, that similar to the dot-com bubble, similar to cryptocurrencies, because it's so new, ang dami naglalabasan, a large chunk of this will not really be here 10 years from now. So you have to take the time also to understand that similar to paintings, hindi lahat nagiging sikat, madaming nawawala also. But
mas madaming nawawala. I mean, mas madaming sumisikat. Yeah.
But from a macro perspective, the entire NFT industry as a whole is very good. Pero last na lang, gaming NFTs will be I think very, very popular. It will be one of the biggest here. So if you want to, ito na lang, kung mahilig ka maglaro ng games, tapos hindi ka naman kumikita dahil naglalaro ka, might as well maglaro ka na tapos kumikita ka pa in the same way. Pero balance it out also that huwag kayo maglagay ng pera dahil habol nyo kumita tapos hindi nyo naman talaga gusto yung game, or hindi nyo talaga gusto yung art, hindi nyo talaga gusto yung tao nyo, pero tingin nyo lang, mag-speculate kayo na tatasya in the future. That's the best way to lose money off of it.
Alright.
So get into it because you probably like the game, you like the artist, you like the collectible.
Yeah. So ang option is, I want to collect it first, and then if I can make money out of it, then well and good.
Like katulad nung sinabi ko sa isang video, yung mga Rolexes mo, you really like having a lot of Rolexes. So if you make money off of it later, di bonus. Pero kung hindi, pwede mo siya tignan sa cabinet mo na, wow, I have a lot of Rolex. Parang gano'n.
Just like to be clear, Marvin is exaggerating. Again, the second time I'm saying it. So that's not true po. Anong criteria mo when you buy an NFT? Is there a criteria that you follow? I know you do in stocks, you do in crypto, but in NFT, do you still have a criteria also?
Wala eh. So I think scarcity is the most important thing. If you want something that will appreciate in value, go for the one that's scarce already. Go for the one that alam mo yun, yung madaming sumusunod already, may community around it, kasi sila rin yung most likely bibili sa'yo in the future dun sa naon mo, or makikita mo like for example sa NBA Top Shot na pag nagkaroon ng drop for a particular moment or for a particular card, madaming tao nakaabang. So I think go for the ones that you like. Then if you can get the one that you like na scarce, you can focus more on that. So yun.
Yeah, like getting a Marvin Germo NFT. Right. So Marvin, you have some videos about it. I know you came up with a couple of videos about NFT. They're all in Marvin Germo YouTube. So if you have not subscribed, if you're one of the few people in the country who have not yet subscribed to the Marvin Germo YouTube, do subscribe and just do a search on Marvin's numerous videos about NFTs, and while you're there, do watch again on crypto and of course stock market pa din. So last words mo, Marvin, for our viewers.
Wow. It's something new. It's something that if you don't understand it, may look na bakit ako mag-i-invest dito, similar to Bitcoin na parang wala naman physical object eh. So always think about it that you're buying a digital representation of it. Not a lot of people will understand that now. I think not a lot of people will understand that now. But put a small amount, excess money. If may crypto naman kayo na excess, try it. If you have extra cash that is lying around also na pambibili nyo ng milk tea, might as well I don't know. I learned the most from trying. I understood all of these things because I tried it. I tried to research also, pero mas naintindihan ko talaga siya when I started transacting. So if you're curious about this and want to learn more about it, get your feet wet, try it, and then once you start trying it also, and then nakita mo hindi to para sa'yo, at least alam mo na, and you're not going into NFTs, or you're not getting into it or getting into it just because of people's opinions, but it's something that you tried. So try it.
Yeah. Word from the wise. So Marvin, can you invite those who are watching this? Baka they haven't subscribed to my channel. I know my subscription is maybe 2% of yours, but can you invite others to subscribe also, to like, and all these things?
Okay guys, kung gusto niyo makinig sa isang tao na mayaman, subscribe to Randall Chongson's channel kasi iba yung dating, no? Iba yung eloquence pag parang may weight yung sinasabi na parang wow. It's not just wisdom, pero yung alam mo yung what he says, meron talagang peso attached to it. Subscribe and you will learn a lot. You will learn far more from this channel than watching anything else. So subscribe. Tapos hindi lang subscribe, click the notification bell so that every time a new video is released, you get updated. Then yun.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for that. I know it's not true, but anyway, so thank you. So really looking forward. So, I miss my friend. We haven't been we used to travel extensively before. Now, Zoom lang kami nag-uusap, and text and Viber. So with that, thank you very much. God bless everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.